Hey, basketball fans. What a week we've had across the league, right? From playoff positioning battles to coaching rumors and injury updates shifting the championship landscape daily. Before we dive into today's bombshell report, take a second to give that like button a quick tap. It really helps our channel reach more NBA diehards like you. Now, while everyone's focused on playoff matchups and seeding battles, something massive is brewing behind closed doors in San Francisco that could reshape the Western Conference power structure. The Warriors dynasty stands at a crossroads, and a shocking strategic pivot may have already begun. In what can only be described as a seismic shift in organizational philosophy, multiple league sources have confirmed exclusively to this channel that the Golden State Warriors have engaged in advanced trade discussions with the San Antonio Spurs, centered around Jonathan Kuminga and Devin Vassell. The first domino fell silently during that pivotal March clash against the Los Angeles Clippers. As Golden State battled for playoff positioning in a tight 124-119 loss, one glaring absence spoke volumes. Jonathan Kuminga, healthy and in uniform, never left the bench. That wasn't a one-off coaching decision, revealed a high-ranking Warriors official speaking on condition of anonymity. It represented the culmination of internal evaluations that have been ongoing for months. The organization has reached a crossroads regarding Kuminga's development timeline versus maximizing Curry's remaining elite years. The 21-year-old forward, selected 7th overall in 2021 and long considered the franchise's bridge between eras, has posted career-best numbers this season, 15.3 points and 4.6 rebounds while flashing tantalizing two-way potential. Yet behind closed doors, concerns have mounted about his game comprehension, defensive consistency, and offensive decision-making in high-leverage situations. As one team executive bluntly stated, "The question isn't whether Kuminga will become an impact player, he will. The question is whether that timeline aligns with our championship window with Steven." Enter Devin Vassell. The 23-year-old Spurs wing, who recently inked a 5-year, $135 million extension, represents everything Golden State covets in their current predicament. A plug-and-play scorer averaging 19.5 points on nearly 37% three-point shooting, possessing positional size, 6'7", defensive versatility, and most critically, a game tailor-made for Steve Kerr's motion offense. Vassell's off-ball movement, spot-up shooting, and secondary playmaking would integrate seamlessly alongside Curry, noted a Western Conference scout familiar with both teams' systems. His contract also provides cost certainty through 2029. Aligning perfectly with the Warriors' financial planning around Curry's Supermax extension. For San Antonio, despite Vassell's development into a borderline all-star caliber player, the calculation appears equally straightforward. With Victor Wembanyama representing their franchise cornerstone, the Spurs are methodically accumulating athletic, high-ceiling talents who can grow alongside their generational big man. Kuminga, with his explosive vertical athleticism, defensive switchability across 4 positions, and raw offensive upside, fits perfectly into San Antonio's development timeline. At just 21, his career arc better aligns with the 20-year-old Wembanyama than the more established Vassell. Greg Popovich has always excelled at developing raw athleticism into refined skill, explained a former Spurs player development coach. Kuminga's ceiling remains among the highest from his draft class. What he needs is patience, targeted development, and a system that emphasizes fundamentals, exactly what San Antonio provides. The trade discussions have intensified following Golden State's recent rotation decisions. Beyond the Clippers game, Kuminga played just 14 minutes in a crucial play-in positioning battle against Memphis, then disappeared entirely from the rotation. Against Utah, 3 consecutive games where his diminished role raised eyebrows throughout the league. When questioned about these curious rotational choices, Steve Kerr offered a diplomatic, yet telling response. "In critical games, we're going with the combinations we trust most in high-leverage situations." The subtext wasn't lost on NBA insiders. As one veteran league executive noted, when a coach publicly questions whether he trusts a highly touted young player in important moments, it's often the first signal that trade discussions have already begun. For Golden State's front office, now led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., this potential transaction represents a philosophical inflection point. After straddling competing timelines, developing young talent while maximizing Curry's prime, they appear ready to go all in on the present. This wouldn't be unprecedented for the franchise. They famously traded fan favorite Monta Ellis to fully empower Curry. They allowed Harrison Barnes to walk to create space for Kevin Durant. Each decision, controversial at the time, ultimately contributed to championship banners. The Warriors have never hesitated to make the difficult moves required for contention, observed a longtime team consultant. Their willingness to move on from promising young talent is exactly what separated them from franchises that hold on to potential too long at the expense of championship windows. The financial mechanics of a potential deal would likely require additional components beyond a straight Kuminga for Vassell swap. Draft capital would almost certainly flow from Golden State to San Antonio, with Warriors sources indicating a protected first-round pick has been discussed. Secondary pieces might also be involved to balance salaries, with Moses Moody's name surfacing in expanded trade constructions. The second-year guard has struggled to carve out a consistent role and could benefit from San Antonio's development-focused environment. The implications extend beyond just Kuminga and Vassell. For Golden State, acquiring a proven wing scorer would signal their commitment to surrounding Curry with immediate contributors rather than developmental projects. It would likely cement Draymond Green's position as the team's defensive anchor while potentially impacting Andrew Wiggins' long-term role. For San Antonio, adding Kuminga would provide Wembanyama with an athletic running mate possessing complementary skills, vertical spacing, transition finishing, and multi-positional defense, while continuing their patient rebuilding approach. As the Warriors navigate this pivotal juncture, their decision on Kuminga may well define the franchise's next half-decade. The clock on Curry's prime continues ticking, and difficult choices loom that could reshape the Western Conference landscape. One front office executive summed up the situation perfectly. Great organizations don't wait for windows to close before acting. They anticipate change and make the hard choices before they're forced to. That's the crossroads Golden State faces right now. The coming weeks will reveal whether this potential blockbuster materializes or remains in the realm of front office speculation. But one thing appears certain: the Warriors' approach to Kuminga has fundamentally shifted, and with it, perhaps the future direction of one of the NBA's most successful franchises. What's your take on this potential Warriors-Spurs blockbuster? Would trading the explosive potential of Kuminga for the proven production of Vassell be the right move to maximize Curry's remaining prime years? Or should Golden State stay patient with their young forward's development? Would Kuminga flourish alongside Wembanyama in San Antonio's system? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm especially interested to hear if you think this trade could push the Warriors back into legitimate championship contention, or if they should hold on to their promising young talent. Let us know what you think.